My guest today had a film that he wanted to make, but kept being told that he would never be able to make it unless he had a big Hollywood budget. Well, he did not have that big Hollywood budget. In fact, he didn't even have a small Hollywood budget. So what did he do? Did he give up on it, or did he follow the example of Jesus that took a few small fish and 7 loaves of bread and fed 4,000? Find out what he did here on Faith on Film. Hello and welcome to Faith on Film. My guest today, Adam Dufour, is a director, producer, and writer for Amor Domini Productions. He directed, co-wrote, and co-produced Andy's Rainbow, a movie about a rebellious teenage girl who is sentenced to 50 hours of community service at a local institution for special needs youth, and Andy, a young mentally handicapped man whose profoundly simple insights on life, death, and God soften her heart and help her look at life with a newfound optimism, even in the shadow of ultimate disaster. His newest film, To Be a Soldier, is in stores now, and he is currently in production of a new film, Timber Town, and he's also out in the middle of a field. Adam, welcome to Faith on Film.
Thanks for having me, Isaac.
You bet. Now, where are you right now?
Well, in a little obscure town called Hardinsburg, Indiana.
Okay.
Out in the middle of a field. I mean, I could show you, I could move my camera around and show you more, but
it's just like, the same as
it's pretty much what it looks like behind me any way you look from here. So
that's interesting. Okay, so now I've had somebody that I interviewed in a car, and now somebody in a field. That's a first for Faith on Film. So listen, I've done several shows now, interviewed several people, and most of them I've known for 10, 12, 15 years. You I've actually only known, I think, for a couple of years. So it's kind of exciting to think that I'm going to learn right along with our viewers who Adam is. So if we can take the next few minutes and just let us know all about Adam Dufour.
Well, I'm a native to Southern Indiana, lived here my whole life. We got into Christian film, I believe, in 2014, and I'll go into a little bit of the backstory about that.
Okay.
The church, I got saved in 2012. I was, fairly late in life. I was 36 at the time.
Oh.
And the church that I go to at our local county fair has a booth every year where we give out gospel tracts and stuff like that. So we would always include them in a little packet with a bottle of water and maybe a bag of popcorn and maybe a fan, for in the summertime when the fair is going on. It's usually really hot here in Southern Indiana. So whenever I became a Christian, I started helping out with most of the ministries that our church takes part in. And that was one of them. And the first year I helped with the fair ministry, it was we had all these packets prepared for people, and we literally gave out 1,000 of them over the week. And we'd put a gospel tract or two and a business card for our church or whatever in the packet also. And at the end of the day, when you go to leave the fair, the trash cans were just full of these things with the water and the popcorn out of there and everything else in the trash. And I asked my friend Daniel, who is he is a co-owner in Amor Domini Productions. He is our cinematographer. I asked him after the first year, I'm like, man, this is so depressing. How do you do this every year and know that people just throw this stuff away? And he's like, it's just what we do. We just put it out there. And then I'm like, man, I would think there's got to be some way, that'd engage people better. And he actually was the one who had the idea. He said, do you think if we made a professional, a movie and put it in a professional looking DVD case with the gospel in it and gave it to people, you think they'd throw that away? And I said, well, can't hurt to try. So that is literally how Amor Domini Productions got started. We went and made 59-minute, I guess it'd be considered a short film.
Right.
It was a Western called The Redemption of Benjamin Black. It's on YouTube. People can watch it for free. The production quality is absolutely laughable. I mean, we had no idea what we were doing. But it has, to this day, it has one of the clearest presentations of the gospel message that I've ever seen in a film. And you don't even realize that that's what you're getting until the last 2 minutes of the film. So
Wow.
that was the good thing about it. And the other good thing is we had DVDs made. We paid a replicator to make them, and we gave away 600 at the fair next year. And we only found one laying on a picnic table at the end of the week. So it was a huge success, considering that that's what we did it for. But in the process of doing it, we realized that it was something that we really wanted to be doing.
Mm-hmm.
So after that, we made another short film called Forward Until Found. It's a little 20-minute short film, and entered it in a bunch of film festivals, which is where we met you, at Kingdomwood.
Yes, that's right.
In 2015 or something like that. So it's been a few years. It's been 3 or 4 years ago.
Yeah, I guess it's been 4 then.
Yeah, time flies. But,
Yeah, sure does.
but anyway, we entered it in a lot of festivals just to kind of get an idea what our peers thought of our artistic, view of filmmaking. And I don't think that we put that in any festival that it didn't win something in. The second one.
Wow.
So after that, we wanted to kind of step up our game and either, make a better short film or just make a feature film and go whole hog,
Right.
So that's what we did. We made Andy's Rainbow, and it is, it's been in distribution for over a year now.
Okay.
And I wouldn't say that distribution's been super successful, but it's been all right.
Well,
I think we could have done better with distribution had we known a little more about it starting out.
right. Well, I always say that if even just 1 or 2 people really get impacted and turn their lives over to God because of a movie you made, that's a success right there.
Oh, yeah.
Because you also never know what further effects that'll have on down the line from that one person. I mean, if the person that got Billy Graham to change his life, that's the only person he really affected. But look at how much he's done through Billy Graham after that. So whatever level of success you feel you got through the film, I think it's been a great success because I know people's lives have been changed. Now we're going to take a break now, and we're going to come back and talk more about your film that you released last year, I think. Well, actually, no, you released it just recently, but I remember it had a different name, and I think it's the name that you have it now is different than the original name, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
All right, well, we'll talk about it when we come back. So, folks, don't go away. We'll be right back.
Cell reproduction, more than duplication. It's careful selection and organization, ensuring the perfect balance for development and growth. Powerful, so is our programming. Parables, the leader in empowering entertainment. Parables. Be empowered. Start your free trial today.
Sight and Sound Theaters invites you to experience one of the most powerful Bible stories ever told.
Samson, you're going to deliver our people from the Philistines.
God gave him the strength to fight thousands.
Where does he get his strength from? Nobody's that strong.
But his greatest challenge will be living with his own choices.
Who are you?
Delilah.
We want you to find out the secret of his strength.
We will destroy Samson.
Playing in Branson for one last encore season. Get ready for a mighty adventure for the whole family.
You are my rock and my strength. Be with me today.
Samson, live on stage at Sight and Sound Theaters in Branson, Missouri.
I wonder how long a dolphin lives. I wonder if they can make cookies in space. I wonder when people started brushing their teeth. I wonder if people and dinosaurs ever lived together.
Want to find out?
I wonder how much a cloud weighs.
Welcome back to Faith on Film. We're here today with Adam Dufour, who is out in the middle of a field somewhere, which actually kind of is representative of the movie we're about to talk about, because if I remember correctly, it kind of took place out in the desert. This may not be desert, but it's still out in nowhere land. So, Adam, tell us a little bit about that film, which now is called To Be a Soldier, formerly known as Sinjar. I'm assuming that's why you changed the name?
Yes.
Because nobody could say it? How do you say it? What was the name?
The original title was Sinjar, Valley of the Shadow.
Okay. How difficult is it to say Sinjar? I don't get it. Well, okay, go ahead. So you changed it.
We changed it, and our distributor also thought it was a good move with the title change as well. So
They do know. They know what sells.
They do.
Yeah.
So it's a movie that
is that lunch that just showed up? Is that the lunch truck or what?
Yeah, that was my cell phone.
That's so awesome. I love really getting behind the scenes of these things.
Yeah.
All right, so they changed it, and
so yeah, it's the movie takes place in 2014 is the setting in Iraq, and it's kind of a war epic.
Okay.
And it was extremely difficult to make a movie like that without a huge Hollywood budget.
Right.
And in fact, we were told by several people that we would never pull it off realistically without a huge Hollywood budget.
Which is hard to get for faith-based films, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, we self-funded it, so it was simply out of our reach. But at any rate, I don't take any credit for it. I mean, God made it happen, and it, well, I mean, I'll let people decide how realistic it is for themselves, but I'm going to say it's pretty realistic. So it's a lot more realistic even than some Hollywood films that had tons of money to work with that were supposed to take place in the same part of the world.
Yeah.
I'm not going to name any titles, but there are some that miss the mark completely with authenticity. So.
Right. Well,
and we consulted a lot of veterans to make sure that we were on par with that.
Sure. Well, we have a clip. We have the trailer from it, so we'll take a look at it now and check out how realistic it is.
In August of 2014, 2 people were rescued from the desert on the border of Syria. My name is Gregory Turt, and this is my story.
Gregory Turt, sir. Investigative journalist. I'm reporting on this conflict for several London news agencies.
How are you going to report on prisoners? It's not like you can go where they are.
Well, that's why I need you.
You know, my dad was always asking me what it means to be a soldier. All these years, I just thought it meant killing the bad guys.
What do you know of God? Are you a true believer?
I'm not a believer.
You have made your choice at best. It will not change anything for you.
It changes everything.
We're going to take another break and come back. I know you're working on a new project now, a new movie. Now, I'm assuming for this one you have several $1 million, right?
Nope.
Nope.
Nope. Same boat.
Same boat. Well, you know what? I'm very excited about people who don't let the lack of the big budget stop them from doing what God has put in their hearts to do. So, listen, don't go away. We'll be right back with more with Adam Dufour.
Sunflowers. To pollinate and reproduce, they turn and face the sun. Nature's way of reminding us that for ultimate growth, we must seek the light. Parables. The leader in empowering entertainment. Parables. Be empowered. Start your free trial today.
I wonder if penguins have knees. I wonder how many colors we can't see. I wonder why there's so many stars in the universe. I wonder if we ever looked like apes.
You want to find out?
I wonder if puppies have belly buttons.
Welcome back to Faith on Film. We are here with Adam Dufour, who is about to freeze. It's awfully cold out there. We'll make this nice and short so that you can go and put on. Is that a coat you're wearing? Because it seems like you just got a T-shirt underneath that coat. I don't know.
I do.
I am actually in my warm self, and I've got a little jacket going on. So, but anyway, I digress. Let's talk about this new film you've got coming out, or you're in production now, called Timber Town. Normally most faith-based films have some sort of inspirational, title or everything, but Timber Town, what is Timber Town all about?
Well, it's about a little logging town in the middle of nowhere, and the local preacher in the town goes missing, and it's kind of a mystery surrounding that. And it kind of gets into kind of a bunch of the townspeople's interpersonal lives, but it does it kind of in different chapters. Each chapter kind of for a different main character of the movie. And then in the end, in the last chapter of the movie, it kind of all comes together. And the mystery, everything about the movie comes together in the last chapter. The movie has an extremely powerful gospel message in it, and the title Timber Town is kind of not the normal kind of title for a Christian movie, but it fits in with a lot of the dialogue in the movie. It makes the title relevant.
Okay.
If you know what I'm saying.
Sure.
And it's an original title, which is hard to find. So sometimes we just have to settle for something that works, even if it's not best, just because it's not been used 10 times. So.
Right. True. Well, I know you sent me some of your initial cover artwork to look at the other day, and I really loved the way it looked. I mean, just from seeing that cover art, Makes it look like a movie I'd definitely be interested in seeing. So it is a faith-based movie, right? I mean, there's faith in it, not just a pastor that gets killed.
No, it's not only is faith based, but it has it's extremely it's unapologetically Christian.
Oh, nice.
I mean, it's got a very powerful gospel message.
Sure. Well, I do have a clip, so let's take a look at that and learn a little bit more about it, and then we'll come back and you can just kind of wrap it up for us. All right?
Vanity of vanities. All is vanity. What profit hath a man of all his labor, which he taketh under the sun? One generation passeth away, and another generation cometh, but the earth abideth forever. There is no remembrance of former things, neither shall there be any remembrance of things that are to come, with those that shall come after.
You know, one thing I noticed from both To Be a Soldier and now this one is that this is not like your typical Christian grandma movie. I mean, To Be a Soldier has guns, got shooting, people fighting, and all this. And this one has a pastor that's getting killed. What happened to the movies that are just wrapped up in a nice little Christian message?
Well, one of the things we were called to do is we feel we were called to make movies that will appeal to the secular audience, and they will get the gospel message out of it.
Right.
Also, so that's kind of our I don't know. I wouldn't like to use the word niche, but
right.
We feel more called to do it as a ministry than to make Christian entertainment for Christians, if you know what I mean.
Yes, I totally get it. Totally understand it. I was so saddened one time when I went to this lady that I've known for years, and I said, "Hey, have you seen this particular Christian movie?" And her answer was, "No, I don't watch Christian movies." I'm like, "Well, why not?" Well, they're usually not that good. Just sad to hear, because on the one hand I understand what she's saying, but at the same time, there's messages there that I think we need to learn and understand, and it's great to get them through a movie like this. But obviously, if it didn't attract a Christian person, imagine how hard it must be to attract a non-Christian. So to do a movie that they're a little bit more used to, without compromising. Now that means that I'm assuming you're not putting nudity or just graphic violence or sex or any of that, right?
Nope.
That would be compromising. But yet what you're doing is at least fitting it into a package that they're more used to.
Yeah, there is violence, like in To Be a Soldier is violent, but the violence is definitely not glorified.
Right.
And we walked a very thin line to make it, not graphic and Mel Gibson like throw a 5-gallon bucket of blood at the camera type stuff.
Right.
But also show the disturbing factors of stuff that's happening in the Middle East.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? And it be realistic and it not be laughable.
Sure. So how can people follow you? How can they reach out to you maybe and find out more about your movies?
We have an Amor Domini Productions Facebook page.
Okay.
We have an Amor Domini Productions website, which is just amordomini.com.
Okay. Well, great. And I'll make sure that it shows up on the bottom of the screen so people have time to write it and reach out to you. So, all right. Well, hey, time has come to an end. I'm amazed at how quickly these shows go by. Thank you for taking the time to be out there in the freezing weather to spend some time with us and allow us to get to know you a little bit better. Really appreciate it.
Thanks so much for inviting me on the show.
You bet. Don't go away, folks. We'll be right back.
Have you ever considered being an actor or director of a major feature film? Sounds crazy, right? But what if God is calling you to do just that? To use your gift in a non-traditional way, like redemptive filmmaking. Let this be your pulpit. So what are you waiting for? Call now. This could be the spark that ignites your ministry.
Christian filmmaking. Our operators are standing by right now. 469-655-3222. Remember to visit our website at www.transformfilm.com.
And you learn filmmaking on 2 backlots, a first-century backlot and a small-town backlot under the watchful eyes of Christian professional filmmakers and university film school professors like Dr. Mark Kuchin. So what are you waiting for?
469-655-3222. Transformation Film Institute, a place where passion meets purpose.
This summer, come to Orlando and bring your family to the Holy Land experience, where the true heroes live. See with your own eyes the stories of the Bible come to life as you have never seen them before. Through breathtaking live stage musical productions, you and your family will encounter the true heroes of our history. Make memorable moments this summer at Orlando's premier family vacation destination, the Holy Land Experience, where the true heroes live.
Welcome back to Faith on Film. I want to thank my guest today, Adam Dufour. Make sure and go check out his website and learn all about the movies that he's got, the movies he's working on now, and share it with your friends. He's got some movies that are great for people that are not saved yet. So share it with them and insert that gospel message through his films. Also, don't forget to check out Parables Television, a place where you can watch a lot of these great films. In fact, Andy's Rainbow is available on Parables. So check them out at parables.tv. That's parables.tv. And of course, don't forget to check out our own website, faithonfilmtv.com, and follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at Faith on Film TV. So until next time, have a blessed week.